Good morning. This is Monday the 9th of August, and it's been about 3 weeks since we've done a video of this Cobia hive. I was in it about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, just to do a check, and they looked really good. The queen was healthy and laying. There was brood in there and all the rest. They're a little bit, this is very hot weather. We're in the midst of what should be the summer dearth. Which means there's not much nectar coming in. We've not really seen that here. We've seen in our hives, the bees are still bringing in pollen, and they are here too. There's some still pollen coming in. Look at that, they are full to the top.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby is right. So they smell good. I put this little stick up here on the top to give a little extra ventilation to this really narrow chimney of a hive, and I think they're utilizing that. They're also going in and out of that upper entrance. Look how calm they are. This is a really nice hive of bees. They're very calm. They don't seem to care too much what we're doing with them. I hope they keep that up. Put the lid down here upside down so we can set the first super in there. I'm going to give them just a little puff of smoke, let them know that we're here. And they can run down that extra hole in the inner cover. Look at this very fresh propolis up here.
What is that?
That's propolis, either way. They just stick everything together with it. I'm going to lay that aside. Okay, our beetle trap is nearly completely closed off by the bees. They've closed up the holes where the beetles get herded in there. I want to take that out just so that we can not risk dumping the oil down in the hive. It's really stuck in there. Some bees will just glue it together so much you can hardly see anything in it. There's a few beetles. You can see there's 1, 2, 3 in here. That's not too many, but it is doing its job. We'll go ahead and open this up and take scrape this propolis off so that we can put it back in when we're done. I'm not going to empty it. It's still got some oil in it. We put vegetable oil with a little bit of vinegar in there, and that, I think, encourages the beetles to check it out, and then the bees herd them in there and drown them. So that's great. All right, well, let's look at a couple of frames up here. We've not put a queen excluder in here at all. So the queen has access to all 4 stories. I think this hive is full of bees and honey and brood. We'll probably take some honey off this week and give them some empty frames to go back in. Look at that, perfect frame of honey, capped over, beautiful. So even though there's no queen excluder in here, they're putting the honey upstairs like we would like them to. This with the sun shining through it. If you can, from my side, you can see right through it. And looking down in here, you can see all of these frames are full of honey. So this entire super could come off. And now they may be honey bound. There may not be any room for the queen to be laying at this point. So we're going to gingerly put this baby back in and move this super off and take a look at the next 1 or 2 down. I've never worked a 5-frame hive in the summertime, so I'm learning also a little bit about this. They are much lighter. That's nice. Crunch goes the bee. Oh, there's another beetle trap we have in here, and it also is glued over. I probably will take that one out. I usually only put the beetle traps up at the top. I think we did this because there were beetles down here when we first put this in. Yeah. Here we go. Only one beetle in that one. So I think maybe we'll just put the one trap back in when we're finishing up. This also appears to be loaded with capped honey. And pull the center frame out. If there's going to be brood in here, it'll be in this middle of this. There is brood. Nice cap brood here. It's hatching out, and she's coming in behind that and laying eggs in there. You can't probably see the eggs, but I can see their eggs down in those cells.
Oh wow, this sounds new. Good.
Now there's quite a few drones in here too.
Yeah, there's a lot
These
of them.
big guys. So right off the bat, this hive of bees compromised some of the comb and turned it into drone comb. And this is the result of that they are laying some drones. And this is also a time of year when the drone population is probably peaked, and they will start to kick them out if there's a long dearth. I'm gonna look at another frame, and then, you know, really all we need to do to ascertain there's a healthy laying queen is to see that there are eggs. And there are eggs. There's eggs and larvae and pupa in there. So you know, the less you disturb your bees, the better in some ways, and that way you know what's going on. We do have a queen that's laying. We got eggs in here, so we really don't have to find her, although it's fun. That's all cap brood. There's some nice larvae down in here, some capped honey in the corners. So that's a textbook perfect frame of brood. Nice capped pupa, worker bee pupa in here with larvae around it as that hatches out, and a little bit of honey to insulate from the elements around the edges. Look at the other side. More of the same. Very pretty. A lot of drones. Well, do we want to dive down? I don't really see any point in it. We know that they are still laying in here. They've got a little bit of open comb as that brood hatches out, and they could use some more room for honey storage. So if we take that top super off and put an empty back on top, they'd like us for it. So we will do that later this week. And I think next time we come in here, we will pull that honey off. We'll put an empty super on top, and we'll treat them for mites with Mite Away Quick Strips, which I use one called Formic Pro. It's the same formic acid, and we'll lay a strip in here if it's not too terribly hot. That's the one restriction on that, is it can't be over 95 degrees, and we are pushing that this week. So we may not put the Mite Away Quick Strips in. We might wait another week. I don't like to use it anyway until I have taken the honey off the hive, even though it's listed as being okay to do that. It's an organic treatment, and it's in the hive anyway. That is allowed, but I just don't like to, so we'll pull the honey, then we'll treat them. Their mite levels, when we checked them, were on the cusp. They were really borderline. All right, we're going to put that frame back in and close these girls up. Very nice.
They are very calm.
They are very calm. This is a wonderful hive of bees. This was, if you remember, the queen that came with this package they decided to replace her, and she was superseded. And so the queen is one they raised themselves, but it's still the genetics from that queen, and then open mated with whatever drones are around. And little sucker's heavy. The beetle trap back in. The beetle trap will go right in the edge over here. I'm going to put it right where it was. It's already got the workings right there. Good. And then we need our inner top. And I'm going to shake these bees off first, and then that way it won't smash quite as many of them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. That was a shock. They'll find their way in the front once we put the lid on, and or they'll find their way around to this extra hole that we've got for them. This is big enough to be an entrance, an upper entrance here, and they probably utilize that to bring nectar in during the a big honey flow. See if I can get Aaron Stone.
Yeah, we're.
All right, I think we're done. Thank you.
Yeah.